What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Q&A. As always, just pulling them right off my phone, either off the Instagram stories prompt or more recently, the YouTube communities prompt. So if you want to get your question answered, keep an eye out on my Instagram or our YouTube, and we will be sure to ask you whenever we're going to be shooting our next one. But anyways, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Did you consume coffee in your gut health journey? Very minimally. Coffee definitely is very acidic and can definitely wreck a lot of people's stomachs, even if they're working properly, let alone if you're trying to heal it. If you're gonna drink coffee, I'd strongly recommend doing some kind of, gut health routine in the morning before it, and maybe drink it with food. Empty stomach, first liquid you're putting in your stomach, coffee, no go. Don't do it. Not good for your health. All right. Next up. When would you say someone is a bodybuilder versus just a gym going person? So I make a couple distinctions. You have competitive bodybuilders and bodybuilders. Competitive bodybuilders are bodybuilders that compete in shows. And then the distinction for me between just a bodybuilder and then just a gym goer is the bodybuilder is actively making decisions with his nutrition and his time outside of the gym to make his physique head in a certain way. You're not just like, oh, I just enjoy lifting and, I just kind of eat healthy. Like, no, you're still, maybe measuring your food, even, hitting macros. You have a training program, you're serious about it. It's your hobby, just like some people enjoy fishing, some people enjoy golf, you enjoy bodybuilding. Like, that's what you do for a hobby. So, I make that distinction. And then, gym for a lot of people is just, the gym. They go there because they need to. They do it for their physical health. It's not high on their list in terms of fun, but they get it done. So wouldn't consider them a bodybuilder. Next up, how is your current diet? Macronutrients and calories. Couldn't really tell you the macros on my current diet right now, but right now I'm eating 200 grams of either cooked chicken or cooked beef per meal for the protein source, and then doing 300 grams of rice across the board, training days or non-training days with meals 1 through 5. Meal 6 is still a carbless meal. So, yeah. All right. Next up, why do you think training with lower volumes has helped you so much this off season? Very simple. The lower you're able to have your volume while still being able to progress, the more energy your body is able to put into recovery, and the less it has to recover from. I'm very much so a huge proponent of, minimum effective dose with all things bodybuilding, whether it be, training, food, supplementation, etc. You name it. We want to use as little as possible to achieve the desired effect. So, definitely would say that's why it helps you grow. That being said, I will put the caveat in here is you have to have a certain, level of training intensity to be able to train super low volume. It is not something that you can pussyfoot through. You have to actually work hard. Can I wear my posing trunks to the beach? Dude, you can wear whatever you want to the beach. If it's the right beach, you can wear nothing to it. Wear what makes you happy. All right, how to keep cholesterol down. A couple things right off the top of my head. In terms of managing cholesterol, first off, we're going to make sure that you're getting daily cardio in, 15 to 20 minutes bare minimum of steady state. Second thing that we're going to do is make sure you're getting a lot of healthy fats. A lot of people, especially in bodybuilding diets, typically take their fats really, really, really low, and not the best for your health, especially for your lipids. So if your lipids are off, what I would say is make sure you're getting, good omega-3, 6s, and 9s, like whether it be from fish oil, olive oil, certain nut and seed oils, but make sure you're getting enough fat. And finally, the thing that we can do for our lipids is to take things to help manage them. The one that comes to mind first and foremost is citrus bergamot. It's a great, great, great herbal supplement that is tried and true for keeping your cholesterol in check, not letting your good bottom out and not letting your high get too high. Also, the company that I'm with, Revive, makes a very awesome product called Lipid. It has that citrus bergamot in there, but it also has a comprehensive ingredient panel in terms of all the things that you'd want for keeping your lipids within range. Finally, if all that doesn't work, it's time to have a talk with your doctor and talk to him about maybe statins or something, because having your cholesterol out of whack for years on end is a surefire way to lead to the road of heart disease. So next up, At what age did you become all in on bodybuilding? If I had to put a number to it, I would say it was when I was 25 years old. It was a year before I did my first show, and it was when I stopped working at Labrada full time in the marketing department and started online coaching and doing impersonal personal training. So that's pretty much the time where I was like, it's all bodybuilding. And, at first it wasn't just my bodybuilding, it was, the clients of mine paying for my bodybuilding. But, now I'm at the point where it is my bodybuilding, pay for my bodybuilding. So that's cool. Um, what shoe are you liking right now? The TYR or the Vivo Barefoot? So I have gone on a 2 year long odyssey at this point of trying all the barefoot shoes that I can get my hands on, or at least that I care to try. So Vivo, Zero. I've tried the TYR ones. I've tried a couple different Amazon brands, and I really like these TYRs. I just got these about a month ago. I've been in them for a month. They're holding up well. They have good lateral support. They're wide enough. I know that sounds funny to say about barefoot shoes, but my feet are so fat. Some of them still kind of squish it. So definitely a wide shoe. So really liking the TYRs. All right, guys, couple more, and then we will call it. Um, got a gym playlist you could share? Yes, we do. It is actually on Spotify, and it is just called Labrada Gym. So if you search Labrada Gym, it will pull up the playlist that we train to a lot of the times. Definitely very, 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 very metal heavy. A little bit of rap sprinkled in there with the occasional EDM song. So you've been warned if that's your thing. Okay. This is a good one. Are machines more effective than dumbbells in bodybuilding? It depends on the exercise. Dumbbells can be really great for a lot of things, and they can be really bad for others. The thing that you get with a machine that you don't get with a dumbbell is you get a set resistance profile. And got the dogs here with me today. And Titan Betty, hey, how are you? Go, go. Okay, you're talking about machines versus dumbbells. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so with machines, with something you don't get with dumbbells is you get a resistance profile that, if the machine was made properly, is much truer to the strength profile of the muscle. And that is just a lot of words to say that it's as hard as it should be throughout the whole range of motion. It's not super easy at one point and then, oh my God, hard at another point. The best way to illustrate this, and this is the example I always use when people ask, free weights versus machines, think about doing a dumbbell side lateral. Whenever you're at the bottom, there's absolutely zero tension pulling your arm across your body. That dumbbell is simply pulling down because of gravity, and it's a dumbbell. Whenever you're in a lateral machine or in the cables and doing a cuff lateral, even here, your arm is actively being pulled across your body and you're having to actively resist it. So there is full resistance throughout the whole range of motion instead of none, some, and then a lot once you get up here in the muscle shortest, which is where it's weakest. So, um, as far as free weights go, some of the things that I find them to be most beneficial for are, your hip hinging movements, whether it be like a dumbbell or a barbell RDL or a deadlift. Definitely squatting patterns, whether it be a safety squat or a high bar squat or, a million of the other bars that are out on the market. Um, what I don't like them for, I just touched on my biggest one. I hate them for side laterals. It's just not really. It doesn't make sense to me to do them for side laterals. What else do I hate them for? Trying to think of some good ones. Not the biggest fan of them for flies either, just because, with the fly, you're actively trying to adduct your arm across your body, and the second you start getting here, it stacks over the joint. You get a lot less resistance than you would from a cable or a pec deck doing the same motion. But yeah, and at the end of the day, too, a dumbbell is way better than nothing. So don't feel like you have to have machines to train effectively for bodybuilding. Got off on a tangent on that one. Let's take one more, and then we will call this. Um, We can end on this one. What's your favorite sneaker in your sneaker collection? So, I'm a huge Jordan 3 guy, just because threes are one of the ones that fit my fat foot the best. And then out of all the threes I own, the pair that I've honestly probably worn the most, and it's not like a super rare pair, like a super expensive pair, are the patchwork threes. So they're like basically camo, like on the outside, and then they're like lined with orange, basically. So it kind of works well for Gasp, and I wear a lot of neutrals and olives and shit. So that's probably my favorite pair of shoes right now. Jordan 3s, the patchwork specifically. All right, guys. See y'all next time.